Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Yes, I do believe I'm prepared. Hi! How you doing? It me, it Chris. I'm gonna be playing against this room today. Cause I love the game. The end. Uh, got a little interesting one today. We have two negative modifiers, one less cornerstone, and no forbidding consumption or favoring species. The favoring species one might present me with a little bit of trouble. I usually use that as a bit of a handicap to be like, oh, no problem, I'll just favor you for a second and everything will be fine, but I can't do that. So, like, maybe I should be turning down the difficulty, but oh my gosh, I'm not. I'm playing on Prestige 6, and it's just what's gonna happen. I'm also starting with a plantation. Maybe a smarter person would, like, start with a 2-star herbalist camp, because there's very little fertile ground in the marshlands, so getting a better gathering camp and starting out with that is probably smarter. But then again, I've got like 8 humans to start out with, and that just kind of screams, hey, let's just try to farm something. And if I can get one patch of fertile ground, which I am guaranteed to at least get, and just like load it up with greenhouses, it should be fine. And so yeah, hopefully it's just fine. That's it. +3 to mushroom production. What? Okay, that's interesting. For during drizzle, we'll be getting 4 mushrooms occasionally from the trees instead of 1. That's fun. Should help out with a lot with food. Or a fear people leave faster. That can be a little tricky. Faint flame, resources you sacrifice are burnt 40% quicker. That kinda sucks. Hopefully we don't have to sack anything. Villagers gain 2 stacks of hunger if they don't eat during the storm, which can be very bad, especially for foxes, who I think can take 3 before they die, something like that. I forget. And finally, vanishing goods. Sometimes people consume twice the amount of goods when they have services. Scales per hostility level starts at 4. Doesn't matter that much given how I usually try to play, which is like services. Nonsense, what are those? I've never gotten those up ever in my life. But we'll see. Every game's a little different. So it looks like we got harpies, beavers, and humans, which is kind of cool. I can focus on making biscuits to start out with. It's going to be really important to get clothing, though. But let's see what we start out with. The workshop's amazing. Kiln's also amazing, but like 2-star building materials, start out with that. That's like crazy good. Leatherworker looks also really good. All the trees drop leather. Kiln's back too. Oh my god. This is so good. Do I go Kiln here? That feels weird. I want all these. These are all super good. One problem I have with the Marshlands is that fuel does not go as far, and Kiln solves that more or less. Leatherworker would be pretty great though. Basically allows me to have infinite containers, which is used in like, ale or wine, pickled goods if I really want to go that deep into it. It is good. And we like the tree. This is normally Kiln, but like the fact that trees drop leather makes me want to go leather worker. What? That was a tough choice. Let's be clear. Stamping mill. Stamping mill's definitely not the best on this map. There's no native clay. Uh, and the copper bar production from it sucks. But it is 2-star flour. And that could be enough for me to just pick it up. And it is. So, there you go. Choice made. We did it. Congratulations, or my condolences, or whatever. Alright, we slap down the woodcutter camp first. We make room for the workshop. And we go, I guess. No reason not to just go. Yeah. Fewer cornerstone choices. Hopefully we don't get utterly screwed by that and we get something nice. But, you know, whatever happens, happens, ultimately. I'm playing on Prestige 6 today, which means everything costs more, so I have to be much more judicious with my use of, parts and stuff like that. Can't just throw things down and be like, this'll be fine. I do have to ration my my resources. Hopefully that doesn't present too much of a problem, but we'll see. Alright, the workshop is cleared out. Huzzah. Let's slap the kiln down as well. Obviously the workshop is the highest priority because that's where we make everything. Maybe we'll even dip into jerky at some point. Who knows? I don't expect to, though. At least not for a while. Since, you know, I have no meat or bugs anywhere. Interesting. Fiber delivery line's probably good enough to take. It's not great, but it's good enough to take. There is a possibility of getting a bit locked out of fabric on this map, because the trees drop leather only occasionally, and there's no like native reeds, there's no native flax, there's very little to turn into fabric, so fiber delivery line basically ensures we have infinity fabric. And that sounds good to me. Good enough to take at least. Yeah. So we go there, do that, and we cool. Throw some humans in the workshop, get them a-working on building materials so we can build the village. And let's see our orders. How are we on wood? Terrible. We're terrible on wood. We have no wood. Might want to delay just a wee bit until we get enough wood to build housing. It's especially more expensive here because instead of 10 it's 15 now that I'm playing on Prestige 6. So like throwing down 3 shelters and a park is no longer lol. I could just do that at any point with my eyes closed. Now it's like, oh gosh, I actually need a lot of wood for that. I have to factor in the amount of time it takes to collect all that wood and to get it back to the warehouse and yada yada yada, stuff I need to do. So I'm going to delay opening up orders, which I tend to do on higher difficulties, until I'm sure I can handle it. Alright, 40 is enough to build like 3 shelters, which hopefully we're fine with that. Ooh. Ooh, 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 okay. Interesting. Botanist is nice, given that I have a plantation already. +1 berry production would be pretty sweet. However, I do have 10 tools, and I could just do this and get another blueprint, which is very strong. So we'll probably just do that. Complete 3 trade routes, or complete 6 trade routes. Oh boy. Well, this is like complete 6 trade routes or complete 3 trade routes with the times 2 multiplier. The +1 plank production is really, really tempting. The wildfire essence is also kind of tempting. It's especially important on this difficulty level because I only have enough to make like 1 hearth and then automate like 3 geysers or 2 hearths at max. Depends on how long I think the game will go, I guess. They're both good. They're both good. They're both really good. Let's raise the stakes. That's somewhat doable. And then water extraction, upgrade a geyser pump. I mean, I try to do that whenever I make a geyser pump anyway, so that basically just kind of does itself, more or less, in a way. So I'm fine with that one. Let's click it and go. And then we find this. Interesting. Apothecary's great. Furnace is also good. Like, 2-star copper bars is great. Pie is great. The bricks are superfluous right now, but I mean, there's a good chance I'll want to dip deep into metalworking with the furnace here. Plus the pie is like good for the humans and the harpies. Apothecary is also just like stupidly good because it makes 2-star biscuits, which is highly relevant to my interests right now. And the tea and the incense are great late game and even early game to solve some glade problems. Yeah, that's really good. We are getting mushrooms from the trees, so we could, like, in theory, start making biscuits immediately. Which is kind of crazy. And, appealing. So, like, maybe I do that. Sure. Apothecary sounds good to me. That's my reasoning. We didn't get any orders to open glades, sadly. So I'm not gonna open anything I don't, like, super need to. The closest fertile ground is, like, all the way over here, which, is bleh. That's the technical term for that is bleh. Not happy about that. But, you know, I can't do much other than complain about it, I suppose. Alright, the kiln exists. It is time to make sure we are burning primarily coal in the hearth and get coal production going. Stormwater would help a great deal because I think just one person just keeps up with coal needs more or less. Like just. Although, like, I mean, technically no, because it makes 5 per, and then you get, like, it doesn't math out that way. Let's just put it that way. Hello. We don't have any rocks or clay. That can either be a big deal or not. I'm unsure how big a deal that is right now. One thing that will be a big deal is if I don't get a harpy house down soon-ish, because they'll be upset. Same thing with the beavers. They will also be upset if we don't get housing down for them soon. Humans are nice and resilient, so we don't need to worry about houses for them quite yet. We can just send it from there. Everyone's busy with something, so I guess we can just fast forward a touch. It's fine. I was kind of hoping I'd find a geyser in here, but oh well. Definitely want to break into this dangerous glade on year 2. Yeah. Because I want to get at that fertile ground very, very soon. And see what's in there. There's a lot that's very important for that. Let's see, making fabric, making bricks, that's all good. It's all good. To make the apothecary here at some point. Just make biscuits. I'm not actually sure what we're going to put in the biscuits to make the biscuits upon reflection. That is a problem. what do you know? Okay. Well, we got some things done before the storm hit. We're just barely okay thanks to coats. That will not last. So, yeah. Plan stays as it was. Get houses up soon. Hopefully upgrade the hearth soonish as well. Once I get more, you know, good housing down. Could theoretically just slap down on big shelter and call it good, but like I don't want to. Also, it's not so long as I can help doing that for reasons. I guess eggs, fine, sure, whatever. As usual, I have massively overloaded my single builder, but you know, tough cookies. Come to think of it, I need the woodcutters up here to focus on getting in here. So, do that. And this is very silly woodcutting these guys are doing, so we're going to put them up here where they will actually clear out hearth space and do good things instead of dumb things. Yay! Alright. So we're going to get people very soon. We can drag in 3 at most without going over our hostility limit. So keep that in mind when I choose. Okay. Man, I would love to forbid root consumption and make it so only, they're only used in biscuits. But I cannot. Anyway, we could use the people. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully we get more planks built soon. Can start collecting mushrooms from the patches here. That'll be lovely. We're 1 tree away from breaking into the dangerous glade. I may actually want to break into it, like, soon. Like, during the storm. Just, you know, at the point where no one will leave if I break into it. Or, at the very least, don't have enough time to leave before I break into it. To be clear. Might be worth doing. Just so we get a little heads up as to what's in there. And we can start to work before drizzle. And we don't have the, hey, -10 hostility if you break open a glade during the storm. Or -10 resolve if you break open a glade during the storm. Don't have any of that. Okay, the withered tree. Wow, that's some really nice stuff that goes along with burning it down, chopping it down. Holy cow. Scout pack's great. Prosperous archaeology can come in handy. Chest of ancient tablets can solve a couple of things. I do, however, have metal, and I can make purging fire, and I'm gonna wanna, because it's prestige 6, and hey, guess what? There's gonna be blight on year 3, so get that started as soon as possible, you dingus. Yeah. Good stuff. Really good first Dangerous Glade too, because this I can just ignore. Cysts burn for 5 seconds longer. Not a big deal. I mean, it can be a big deal if it's, you know, gotten at a bad time. But this isn't a bad time. This is a perfectly fine time for that. So we're just good. And we found some stones so we can continue to make bricks. Excellent. All very excellent. Let's throw this trader up here so I have space to build human houses. As we'll want to get those going soon too. Yeah, so people are losing resolve. They will leave faster, but I'm pretty sure 20 seconds is more than enough time. Harpies are determined to prove me wrong. They are. That is dropping rather precipitously. That's, cutting it closer than I should. Alright, they scared me enough, as it turns out. Anyway. Let's get... wait, we pulled the beaver off automatically? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What kind of nonsense is that? Okay. Let's start flower production out of mushrooms. Probably never, ever going to make pottery on this map, but so be it. Alright. Woodcutters, go back to work. Let's see, our cornerstone. That's an option. I mean, there's no need to make crystallized dew. It's slightly easier than copper, but at the same time, if without foxes, why do I care? That's really tempting. I think I might just grab that. Then again, Ancient Pact would also be really good. I'm not dependent on finding fertile ground, but boy do I want to find some fertile ground. So I'm really not dependent. The Forest Mysteries gets me a lot of mushrooms, which we can turn into flour. So, like, and we do have a lot of mushrooms just lying around, too. Like, maybe it's not critical I grow flour-based products immediately. Maybe we depend on just mushrooms for that, and we call it good. And the copper is a good way to get, well, metal. Ugh, sorry. I was really sick yesterday. Anyway, I'm gonna click that button. It looks good. Harpy colony. Interesting. All these are interesting. Probably gonna want 8 human houses soon anyway. The human clan support's certainly not bad. Happy Beavers is going to be tricky to get to. For sure. Is this doable? Maybe. How much fabric do these take? 6 each. So we have enough for 2. How much plant fiber do we have? Got some. We got some leather too. Quite a bit actually. Where'd we get all this? Oh, we started with a bunch. Right. Yeah, primarily use plant fiber, but we can use leather for that. I mean, there's no reason not to. Like, okay. Theory it. Let's say we just make fabric from now until forever. That is 1 harpy house per every 1.5 production cycles. So that's, 2 harpy houses every 3, which takes a minute and 30 seconds. So we have 8 minutes to make 7 harpy houses. So 6 minutes, I can get 6 more. I mean, like, it's tight. It'll be very tight. If Sahilda has some fabric, I might actually consider buying that. She does. That would be really helpful. Not that we have much to trade right now. I think it's worth going for. The bug delivery line will be pretty fantastic. Just having infinity things to turn into jerky and pies will be pretty attractive. Let's just say that. What was the word you were gonna say, Chris? Why did you start with an S and then swap to attractive, Chris? What? What was the word, Chris? Say the word. No. Screw you. Is that what we do? I guess. So, like, harpy houses are the highest priority. Fabric is the highest priority. I'm actually going to cancel those so they start work on fabric immediately. Yeah. This is also a priority. I do want to get this farmed this year if I can help it. We don't have any planks for it though. Did any get, like, allocated to something? No. We have 2 in here. I really don't want to. I really do not want to tear down the beaver house right now. I could tear down the blight post. God, that's a bad idea. I mean, we have the. I mean, but then again, we can also just let it go. Bloody. Alright. So, we'll free up the planks for the plantation. Focus entirely on making harpy houses. Like, the whole colony is just like, hello, guess what today is? It's build harpy houses day. Do it. Just make infinity fabric. 2 people building harpy houses is good. Just build. Build. Build all the houses. And the game will auto-pause once a hild is about to leave, so if it looks like I'm not going to get this done in time, we can buy some fabric from her, and hopefully complete it that way. You have nothing to make biscuits out of, which is very normal. Really need to get berry production going. Alright, so Hilda's about to leave. Where are we in terms of items? We are short 30 cloth. How much do we have made? We have 4. With 4 in production right now. We have 6 minutes. So that'll let us make like about 16. It'll let us make 32 in the next 6 minutes, approximately, barring travel times and stuff like that. It's probably less than that. It is uncomfortably tight. I should buy some fabric to make sure, lest we just fail this. What am I willing to give up for it? Wood, I guess? Reluctant to give up too much food, though we do have plenty right now. We don't have any income, but we've got enough for like a couple of years worth of food, so I don't have to go that route. I could also sell the tools. They're not going to be useful for a while, which is like fine. Yeah, buy enough for 2 harpy houses. Seems okay. Get amber for the rest of it. Seems fine. Make up the difference in wood. I'm okay with this trade. Yeah. I would love to get the Trapper's Camp, especially since we have this big pile of meat we can't actually access without it. We have enough for 3 camps. Have the parts been allocated here? No. But we need 3 for this. We've made that, we've made that. There's... Wait a minute. Is Harvester's Camp even used on this map? No, there's no reeds or flax. Okay, so that's one less camp we have to build. Stonecutter's Camp is not... The parts have not been allocated, so that's 5 I need. I need another 5 for the Small Forager's Camp. I may as well clear that up because we could use stuff to turn to flour anyway. So that's 10 parts I need. And 3 parts here. So that's 13 parts I super de-duper absolutely 100% uber need. So I could sell 5. In theory, I could sell 5. That would not get us where we need to go. But it gets us close. Does it get us close enough where I'm like, we could live through this kind of territory? Maybe sell a little less wood, maybe not literally zero out my wood. Is that okay? We do have 8 parts coming in through orders, so this is affordable. Questionable. As I mentioned, I have to be really judicious with my parts on P6. But probably worth doing. Alright, we're still just making infinity fabric here, which is what we need to do. Alright, the cloth we bought got us 2 harpy houses up and running. Wouldn't be crazy to put somebody on the warehouse now, just to make sure that the workshop doesn't have to deliver their goods very much. You know, the hauler can like bring these guys a bunch of stuff and take away a bunch of the cloth, which can be very helpful in order to speed things up. You are taking a rest, that's fine. Emptying out the warehouse. You are taking a rest. Fair. Alright. It's 10 and 2, that's 1 more. Yeah. Once these guys get done with 6 more, that should be enough for all the harpy houses. So in theory, we're good now. In theory. I might have to force a delivery or 2, but otherwise we're good. This person is delivering stuff, which is what they need to be doing. You're taking biscuits, which is great. Glad we have anything at all to be made into biscuits. This never got built, huh? I mean, fair. I did say build nothing but harpy houses, but still. Disappointing. Oh well. Alright,
says we have the materials for both, but that's just because we haven't allocated these. Yeah. He's bringing in the last fabric. That's good. So now we're just waiting for 6 fabric to be created in the workshop. And that will be that. Actually, we have 5 sitting in the workshop. This is enough. Okay. We no longer have to make more fabric than should reasonably exist. Good. That was delivered. We now have enough fabric. Good. You can stop hauling. Help build, because we need a lot built. This is priority 5, right? Yeah. So we've got 2 builders to build that in the next 3 minutes. I may have overkilled it. Might not have needed to buy fabric from Zahilda, but I'm still pretty happy I did. That shaved a lot of time off. Like, yeah. Would have had to have waited for like 3 more cycles of this. Been at least a minute and a half, probably more like 2 minutes. Would have given me 30 seconds to spare. That's... I mean, I'm okay at estimating this stuff, but I don't like cutting it that close. Let's be clear there. Alright, that's good. Now we have a bunch of harpies we can do stuff with, which is nice. Certainly don't mind the extra help. Well, this is crap. No easy way to get grain. Like, would we even get 65 grain out of this? Like, we'll get 40 guaranteed. And with the humans, that'll give us 10% more, so 44 is guaranteed, more or less. I wish I knew exactly what the chance to crit this was. So, like, it's very feasible that that's, like, actually impossible. Without opening more glades, obviously. Advanced trading, maybe? I do hate this. The only reason I would consider it is the fact that export specialization is really, really strong, and I would pick up the smithy if I saw it as a blueprint anyway, which would unlock trade goods, which we can pretty easily make out of just flour. Yeah, that would be good. I should look at our blueprint before I do any of this. Ooh. 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 Ooh, we got some good stuff here. We got some real good stuff. Dang, this is some good stuff. We can make copper really badly in the stamping mill. So, opening up tool production with the scribe is not crazy. It also opens up scrolls and ale, which is covering all of our service needs, which is pretty hot. Cellar's great if you're going hard into wine. Greenhouse is also really good. It's really, really, really strong. Highly dependent on my finding a drizzle geyser, but if I do, it's very, very good. Like, it's really good. We're probably gonna have enough mushrooms to cover everything. The fact that this makes herbs really well, that makes pies and biscuits easily is pretty great, but we have a plantation already. And we can use that to make pies and biscuits, so the herbs aren't, like, essential. God, that's good. God, that's so good. But I think the scribe's actually the play here. It opens up tools. We can actually just start making tools, which is pretty strong. And the scrolls and ale will be amazing for late game. And we've already opened up incense and tea. So, like, I think this is literally everything but wine that we've already unlocked for services, which is pretty great. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, let's do it. We'll pick up the scribe and we will be happy about it.
You're gonna take the scribe and you're going to like it, mister. But Mom, I want the greenhouse. The greenhouse is cool. It's way cooler than the scribe. Shut up, Jimmy.
Man, your mom's mean. Have to turn these around so that the doors that quite literally do nothing face the roads, which also do nothing. You can just... You're just gonna have to sit with that. Yep, making more planks, it's good. Builders are hard at work on everything. We'll need to get some stone cutting done pretty soon. Hopefully I can get a harpy on the blight post sooner rather than later, yeah. A lot of stuff needs doing. I'll need 2 humans on the farm during the storm. We may have to just accept that a lot of our stuff is gonna get done during the storm, which is kinda typical for me. Also, eventually need somebody making packs of provisions so I can actually do trades. And we also need to break into a glade, find a geyser that we still haven't found yet. So much stuff needs doing. It's absurd. So I'd be very happy when the newcomers arrive. Which should be basically as the storm hits. Spicy that. Hopefully we get a lot of harpies because we have some spare harpy housing. 9 empty slots for harpies. It's ridiculous. These are good. Normally I'd pick these because I want more beavers on woodcutting and more harpies are fine too. But I might go with this just because the berries can turn into biscuits. And we do need the berries turning into biscuits. And the bricks would accelerate our human housing. Like, those are 2 things I really just can't just turn my nose up and like, yes, but what about more beavers? Have you even thought about the fact that we could have yet more beavers, sir? I don't think he's even considered that. First of all, you sound really hoity-toity right now. And second of all, I have considered that. So why don't you just get off my back? Yeah. What you gonna do when I say stuff like that, huh? Nothing. Gonna say nothing about it. Park's the top priority right now, everybody. The harpies will leave unless we get the park down, or we cut literally all wood cutting, and I would rather not. I would like an income of wood. Yeah. There we go. And theoretically, we should be keeping up with the biscuit production we need. All by itself, which is great. Sherbert. Let's swap you out. I need a harpy on the blight post, and I will probably need another one on the apothecary now to definitely keep up with biscuit production. Humans are on the plantation, which is exactly where I want them. I might consider a warehouse up here. It's not a long walk, but it's a walk. And this is a lot of fertile ground that these two are working on, so like, the less they have to move, the better, basically. Yeah. Warehouse there is a good idea. We're definitely going to put a hearth over here as well. So there's a lot of reasons we want to put that where it is. I guess we don't need the extra beaver house now, do we? We've only got the two. If I needed fabric, I would be tearing down all the extra harpy houses, but we don't. We're just good on that. So we're just gonna not and call it fine. You're capped on flour, aren't you? Like, you could start smelting copper. There's nothing wrong with that. Then we could like get somebody in the scribe and making tools and stuff. Nothing wrong with that either. Actually, I think I want it over here more, just because like the entrance is very, 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 very slightly closer to the warehouse, which can make a difference. Not a big difference, but a difference. And I, want to at least pretend I'm playing optimally sometimes. Anyway, harpy on the blight post. Let's make the most efficient of purging fires, and one less person on stone cutting so that they actually build stuff. Cool. Oh, that's great. Ooh, I kind of wanted that rotated, but way too late now. Alright, back to fast forwarding. Alright, you're building now, congratulations. I do need somebody in the makeshift post at some point. I really can't pull anybody off the blight post right now because we do need to take care of this at some juncture. I can't just let that go forever. There's no insects on this map except for tertiary insects. And unfortunately, the delivery line does not count as producing it. It is a very strictly you have to produce this thing. Like, we get some out of the rocks. Some out of the grass. I mean, we get some tertiary insects. This would be an amount of pigment, which is like not terrible. Especially if we don't have the ability to make pigment, which I don't think we do right now. Yeah. We would need something else for that. I mean, it opens up having scrolls, but I don't think it opens up having enough scrolls. I honestly think just fiber delivery line. Again. Because we could start turning this into like oil or feeding it to ranch animals down the line. So there's a lot going for that. Stormwalker training is also kind of nice, but only if you're doing a lot of trading. I think that's good enough not to just skip over. That's all it is. Um, This is Royal Gardens for sure. I want the Wildfire Essence real bad, so I'm very happy to dedicate a lot of materials to that. Coal Fever. Have 100 coal. That's a lot. It's also, you have to get rid of it. It doubles mine production, which is pretty hot, not gonna lie. Uh, we don't have any mines set up right now, but just that plus 10 parts is pretty great. Blur Pyromania is also great for much the same reason. We get +1 to coal production, and we are producing a lot of coal in the kiln. And that just does itself. So, like, double mine production is great, especially if we get a +1 to coal. There are other ways to get +1 to coal. What's the trader looking like? What cool stuff are you offering me? Not a lot, to be fair. Bakery would be nice for pie, not gonna lie. Obsidian sickles would be great for harvesting everything. Also, I'm not sure we're in a position to be buying it though. Granted, I could tear down a bunch of harpy houses and sell him fabric, which, like, sounds dumb, but I might actually do that. If I wanted to do coal fever, I would basically have to halt all use of coal. And then get, like, quite a few people into coal production. Which, I mean, we can do. We can certainly spare it. And making 50 coal in, what, 12 minutes? That's very doable. Like, that's extraordinarily doable. We'd also have to stop burning coal. Which I don't like. Like, I don't like it. Is the only reason I'm not instantly picking this. Is because, like, it slows everything down. Like, everything down. Which I don't like. But it is very, like, you can't get rain punctuals anywhere else. And 10 parts is definitely nothing to sneeze at. That's not only very valuable as a monetary standpoint, but it lets you make a lot of more stuff you wouldn't otherwise make. Plus, it can be used in making mines, which very relevant when you double the amount of goods you produce in mines. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna just go for it. Yeah. Deliver 100 coal is a lot. So we're gonna make it so that, hello, if we have anything less than 100 coal, you are not allowed to use it. And everyone will be like, but we only have 50. Yup. Get kilning. I'm even going as far as to pull the coal we had allocated to other stuff. I certainly would love to do this event at some point. But it's surprisingly hard to do right now. We're gonna need quite a bit of blight rot of purging fire as it stands. just for, just to take care of the blight this season. We're not getting nearly enough wood to keep up with what the kiln needs either. It's kind of amusing. And also annoying. How dire is our plank need? Like, none? It's none dire? You can turn off plank production, make sure all the wood goes into coal. Sure. Zorg's leaving. Alright, how much does 11 fabric get me? That much, huh? I mean, I can just break down all these harpy houses and we're fine. Only 4 of them are being used, so like, why bother?
Hello.
Just saves us a little time rebuilding them when the new harpies arrive. No big deal, IMO. We're gonna have plenty of copper ore too. So like, I could pretty easily sell that. Maybe a single plant fiber to make up the difference. Gets me to 11. Like, 17's a lot, but pies are really nice. And it's a blueprint that I can pull out of the pool so that I don't have to waste one of my precious crown blueprints on it. But at the same time, there's a lot of resources I have to give up for this as well. I hate that this is probably worth it. I hate even more that like this might not at all be worth it and I'm doing a dumb, but I did it. At the end. Alright, can drop the bakery there now. That'll be lovely. Accidentally put that road in a good spot, I think. Alright. Plop down the bakery. It's all good. I should also point out, we have gotten absolutely no orders that say, hey, could you open up some glades? That'd be pretty sick of you. Nothing like that. Which is a little bit... Because I do prefer opening glades only when I have orders to do so. But I didn't get any. So I might just have to open these up because I need the space and I want to search for geysers. So let's just go ahead and say open these up. I was moving those guys around too much, I think. Oh well. Should also look into upgrading the hearth. 20% production speed ain't no joke, and it's really good to get going when you can. And once we're not absolutely going mad crazy with timed orders, I'll be very happy to put somebody in the makeshift post and get some trade routes going. Because we need to do that. We need to do a lot of stuff. What's your problem? We have no wood whatsoever. Well, that's unsurprising given our current turning literally everything into coal situation. We are, however, nearly done with it already. An argument could be made that I went a little overboard with making sure the timed order gets done, but I've failed enough of them to say I don't care. Yep. 92. Once these guys are done, we have to give up all 100 of it too, which is a lot, and it will hurt. It will hurt a great deal. But we have enough fuel for the Blight this year at least. So we're like okay there. We're not gonna die from doing this, which is important. Alright. You deliver the last of that coal, please. No, you're gonna take a coffee break. I mean, fine. Alright. The coal is now in the warehouse. We deliver it. Low on fuel, you don't say. Alright. And now we turn coal usage back on everywhere because it's wildly more efficient than using wood. We can turn back on plank production as well. And our woodcutters are going to be very busy for a while. But, you know, we've got a while to get more of that stuff. We're fine. We can start on provision packs now. We can keep collecting eggs. And that last one's going to be my lone builder, who I task with literally everything. Though I guess you can have help right now since we have absolutely no wood whatsoever. And it's hard to make stuff when you have absolutely no building materials for it. Turns out. How are we doing on biscuits? Fine is how we're doing. Berries are being turned into biscuits. Mushrooms are being turned into flour. Gotta make sure that's the highest priority though. Come to think of it. We're making copper bars when we have enough food. It's all good. It's all pretty good. We should have enough biscuits to get us through the storm, probably. Probably. More people? We really can't handle them right now, actually. Though we could, if we built a few things. But we don't have much of anything we can build. Also, I need to unlock coal. It's pretty nice. Herbs can turn into yet more biscuits. Eggs are nice. It's fine. It's probably fine. I'm actually not going to build that quite yet, just so the woodcutters don't have to go slowly through a construction area. Just going to have a brief delay on it. It'll be good. You guys can work on this wood cutting down here. It's fine. Might give consideration to the copper vein since we have double mining now. which is pretty amazing. But I was really hoping to find like a coal deposit for that, so that we could have yet more coal. You know, just burn as much coal as possible, the cleanest of fashions. Everyone loves burning coal. It's clean and environmentally friendly. How are you doing down here? I have enough coal for the storm, or purging fire for the storm, so that's good at least. You're busy making more coal. I could definitely use a second person on that. I also want to make sure I have all my beavers on wood cutting. You can go back to the herbalist camp. That's all good. Little nervous about allocating more people to the tree because it takes 6 purging fire. And we need that to not die to the storm, which is vaguely important. Okie dokie. Let's looky at what we've got left. 3 woodcutters, which is not like awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. Level 2 hostility, which I don't think we can actually get below right now. Scary. But we're probably gonna be fine as long as we can get that harpy house up soonish. Which it should get up soonish. Can I scrape fabric out of anything else? Not really. Well, gosh, I hate this moment. Nowhere to put the harpies to make them happier. No ability to boost them with favoring because of the difficulty modifier. Fabric's not really anywhere close to being done. Oh god, I have to sack coal. That's awful. I don't have nearly enough to sack. Case in point. Good. Well, deliver all this as soon as humanly possible. Oh god, you're going to rest. No! We'll lose harpies if you go rest. We need the fabric delivered now. They won't remain fully saturated on biscuits forever. I should also give consideration to making jerky out of the bugs we have. So we have a lot of them. And harpy happiness is important. So we'll do that. Okay. Harpy house is up. That should give us 2 more resolve, which is a good enough buffer. Blight is fully burnt out, which is great. That actually means I'm pretty okay with starting to cleanse this. You're done here, kind of. in many ways you've done there. We do, however, need 10 crop packs and 10 building material packs, which I hate, but oh well. Could probably just throw copper into it, to be fair. We are making a lot of copper since we got the copper extractor. Alright. Now we find some trade routes we can do. That's fine. Yeah. Cool. These are less fine, because they're terrible deals. Especially compared to the one we just got. But we'll work on it. Still no wood. Mostly because it's all being, like, transported elsewhere, to be fair. Not a lot of coal, either. Man, do I ever need to woodcut. I need to woodcut really badly. I need more wood. Like a lot more. But oh well. It's getting done very slowly. Eventually we'll have enough spare coal to make that last purging fire. Is what it is. Huh. Calming water is not bad. Anything that lowers hostility is not bad. End of sentence. Oh, hello, Open Glade Order. How lovely of you to show up. Luxury goods I am somewhat unlikely to get. So I guess we click on archaeology and call it fine. We can definitely trade away a few mushrooms. That's fine. And that should complete raising the stakes. Which is good. Hello, old Farliff. How you doing? Ooh. Steel drills, you say, huh? That's really strong. That's really strong. That's very, very strong. We'll see how much money we have when we're leaving. Low on fuel. Yeah. Like, you're not wrong. Y'alls are fine there. Wither Tree has no real time limit, so we can just get everybody as much as we can onto that. One less person in the workshop. I kind of need them there. One less person in the stamping mill. We are maxed out on flour. Probably not essential that I have that fully staffed. Good enough. Oh boy, I wish I could favor the harpies and just get some free resolve. But I can't. Some more rocks, small cash, some copper. No metal veins that I'm like, oh man, I need to put a mine on that real bad. Just a lot of kind of meh, ones. Alright, Farlif is leaving. How badly do I want steel drills? That badly? That badly. That's fine. So that should mean like we get 4 copper ore per hit off of a mine vein, which is a lot. So we're very well set up for that at the very least. Raising the stakes is done. Good. The +1 to plank production will be very helpful, given how massively we're consuming wood right now. Greenhouse is back. Still as tempting as ever. I haven't found any drizzle geysers yet, but I could take that on prospect pretty easily. Then again, like, we're really good on food. Like, the mushrooms we get during drizzle season have been giving us plenty of flour. We've got plenty of insects for raw food if we really have to, and like, we're making a ton of berries every year. Am I just good on food? I guess. The forum? We have a scribe, which pairs, like, actually perfectly with the forum. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we just do that. We also need that chopped out. So I'm going to order it chopped out. And hopefully this gets done at some point. We can slap down another hearth. Make our farm even more efficient. Don't want to give up any of that. Any, like, really good prices for anything? Not really. This is, like, okay. It's okay enough. In fact, I really don't need meat at all. Just because we're getting bugs and we can turn that into jerky. Hi, yeah. Let's turn all of our woodcutters into beavers, why don't we? That sounds pretty nice. And now we have extra people, which is good. Fill the stamping mill back up, get somebody on the scribe. We have no way of making any containers yet, except for pottery, but we'll struggle to get clay for the moment, so I guess those guys are going to be doing other stuff for a bit. Trapper's camp, sure. That leaves me with 2 builders, which is fine. I'm okay with it. You guys are lacking planks because we have no wood whatsoever. We're just using too much wood. Anyway, we make pie here now. Mostly out of insects, probably, because we have infinity of them. Yeah. Just do that. We need to cap this because not everyone eats pie, so like 24 people eat pie right now. Just, you know, approximately triple that. It's fine. You're out of mushrooms? Oh no. You can collect these. Like, the optimizer in me wants them only to collect mushrooms during drizzle season. But the can't be bothered side of me is like, I can't be bothered. That's just a silly amount of optimization to do, hopefully. I could end up eating those words. But right now I'm not. So too bad. Don't really need you in the blight post not doing anything. So I guess you get to build for a bit. Oh my god, you ran out of rocks. How could this have happened? Just perpetually out of wood. I can't move the harpy house, which is as funny as it is infuriating. Alright. Drop the forum down now. We got a new blueprint, which is nice. Interesting stuff on offer. Wine and pigment are relevant to my interests. Tool shop's also really, 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 really tempting. Better pipes, better tools. It's really good. But we have like infinity copper, given that the trees drop it, so like I don't need to be hyper efficient with tools and pipes. And the tinctury will open up scrolls and wine, which is very relevant. So we click that button. Hey, the geyser pump's finally done. Let's upgrade it. Hello? Oh, it has to be level 2. It has to be level 2. We don't have the building materials for that. That's kind of lame. But now we can pipe up the apothecary and like occasionally double our biscuits even more, so that's pretty sweet. Might want to consider doing the same thing for the stamping mill at some point. But for now, we're good. Yep. That's scary looking. Can't get below level 3 is the thing. Harpies will be fixed if they eat all of the biscuits, but I'm not sure we have enough of the biscuits. Beavers are very reasonably upset that I have neglected their housing. Hate this a lot. I hate this a whole lot. sure do. I sure do. Oh, come on, beavers. You were at 2. Fug. Throw some of them in the stamping mill to make them happier. I can turn the juice on the apothecary to help the harpies out. Can't pipe up the stamping mill right now. Could if I had more pipes, but they're not going to get done in time. Just lose a beaver? That sucks. I don't like that plan at all. But it will get us below the hostility. Because we'll get an impatience tick, and we'll lose 12 from the villager. Ugh. Patience? I did not get the impatience tick. I am 0.07 short of the impatience I need. That's awkward. Guess we lose a harpy too. That sucked. But now we're fine. At least. You know, fine-ish. Still a little lacking in, like, you know, the having wood and coal department. That I could do better on. But it's just not to be right now. Well, if nothing else, we got the thing. We got the Glade event done. Took us long enough, that's for sure. There's not like any especially good trade routes, is there? Not really, no. Alright. I'm kind of delaying these guys until we get +3 to mushroom production. Fire is going out. Is it now? Not saying we're not cutting it close, but like... We're not cutting it that close. Alright. I mean, more berries, more better, certainly. Free provision packs is convenient, but a bit unnecessary. Trade negotiations are pretty great. It does get you a lot more money from trade routes, but I think I just want more food. There might not be 40 farm tiles on the entirety of the map. So I guess we click Cult of Fire and call that done. Still gotta find some way to make trade good packs. Ooh, hi! Boy, that makes our plank production extraordinarily efficient. Wow. Okay, yeah. Click that button. Sure seems like a good idea. Sure seems good to click that button. Plus, better scrolls would not be bad too, but I think we're okay. Don't think we need to go quite that hard on it. Still lack building materials, still lack bricks and planks because we're just using so many. But oh well. What's wrong with you? You're capped on flour and you have no copper to smelt. Well, whatever, honestly. Small foragers camp is done. There's nothing left to gather. Anywhere. That we know of. Yep, that sure is the case. Could pop into that dangerous glade. It wouldn't be crazy. Especially with Vlies here. Alright. How bad could it possibly be? You don't have enough copper to make tools. Bit of a shame. But we have been stuffing it all into building material packs, so I'm not particularly surprised we're low. We're probably fine putting fabric into those too. A stamping mill. How useless. I guess we'll salvage it. We also found an altar of decay. I could get a cool harmony decoration for killing someone, or I could just tear it down. And I have the oil for that, so guess what we're doing? That's getting burnt to the ground! Yay! Burning things! He says what we're all thinking. Vlies is leaving. I don't think I care that much about scrolls. Ooh, we also found a very nice coal deposit here. Very nice. Did we get any of our plus to coal production things done? No. No is the answer to that. Still, it is 2 coal per tap and like 3 copper ore per tap. Actually, it might be 4 copper ore per tap, which is nice. It's really good. people have arrived. Could use some beavers. We are being offered some, and some pipes, which could be very handy to have. Cool. You get to wood cutting, you can go in the stamping mill where you're happy schmappy. And the rest of you can just be going to do whatever. Yes. Go forth and do whatever. It's fine. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff needs building. But the forum is nearly done. This is good enough to run all by itself. Plus 15% to double your yields universally is pretty sweet. My Tinkerer hasn't been made yet, so I can't really do any scrolls. I have no pottery at all. So, like, as long as we have some clay, maybe I should, like, consider using it for pottery. We do make it really, really, really efficiently. Maybe we'll get some from copper veining mining. It could happen. How we doing here? Still just no building materials whatsoever because we have so much to build. Oh god, Prestige 6 sucks. It's just like all of our building materials is just being vacuumed up. Because it's like, oh no, you need all of those building materials to build housing. And I'm like, but I want to build other stuff. And they're like, nope. We need literally all of it here. All of your bricks, all of your planks, forever. I'm like, forever though? And they're like, forever though. Man. That's lame. Then they're like, you're lame. And I'm like, that's rude. They're like, you're rude. And then I'm like, man, you're just, like, not even putting any thought into these insults at that point. Then they're like, no, you're not putting any thought into those insults. And then I just kind of give up on the conversation because that wasn't going anywhere. Definitely prioritize the hearth. If nothing else, that'll get us below 6 hostility. Oh boy. Things are not looking great this game. Maybe I should make a forbidden altar. That is the thing I do when I'm thinking that the game's not looking super great. It is, in fact, there for that reason. Gotta blow my nose. Thank you for your patience. Did the altar get blown up? It did. Great. Still need a building that makes trade goods. Fortunately, we're done with all the other ones, so we can actually reclaim a bunch of that stuff. I could focus on harmony decorations. I mean, I can upgrade the hearth. And I should have done that a while ago, I think. So on that note... I think we can make a little shrine to the queen here. That'd be pretty nifty. other thingies. Okay. Those there. We can put some benches here so people can sit here and be all like, I sure do have the legally mandated amount of love I need for the queen. And then somebody can, you know, lean their head over and nod solemnly like, yes you do. Or else. I'm not kidding. Put some water barrels somewhere. Just to get that last point of aesthetics in. I'm actually sure where I got, or last point of comfort, I mean. Here maybe? It's fine. Anywhere is ultimately good, just wanted to make it look pretty, and that's good enough. Worried about our coal consumption again. But hopefully we'll be okay. We're not that okay. Unfortunately. We do have upset beavers. Getting one in there will solve that problem very slightly. I could just put down a shelter, finally. It's probably long overdue I do that. Come on, beavers, hang in there. They're not gonna hang in there is the thing. Hate that. Okay. The beavers are homed. Barely. So they should barely stay. Hooray! We're barely okay. Here's fine. Sure. Definitely use the herbalist camp. That many mushrooms could end up, well, saving our life. Because I haven't found any fertile ground anywhere for anything else. I have no real way of getting anything that turns into grain otherwise. This is a bit of a yikes. Seems like an okay time to fast forward. I sure would love having more building materials at some point. Well, crowded houses solves my housing problem at least. But, you know, that's solvable anyway. It also makes my perfect hearth layout less perfect. Let's see if we can get something better. Certainly we can handle generous rations. Would be a massive help too. Yeah, those both sound good. Hi, Herbalist Camp, which we kind of desperately need. Pretty happy to see you. We could very easily sell insects and berries too, just for money. Speaking of which, can we trade? Yeah, no. Turkey production would be good, generous donation would be handy. Ancient sewing technique would be pretty good. We do need a lot of coats. Anyway, let's like give away half our food and see where we stand after that. $21 for the food I'm especially comfortable within selling. Sure. Better jerky. Maybe even better coats. Maybe. Alright. More newcomers. I'm actually getting worried about how sustainable our settlement is right now. Can we bring them in? I mean, they do bring their own flour, which is pretty nice. So that could just be worth it all by itself. Still don't have any wood. It's fine. Alright. Fire's going out. Really? No? How about no? Like, we have woodcutters up and running. Man, God, do we ever need, like, a boost to woodcutting production or something? This is so rough. I guess, you know, a boost to woodcutting production could be making another woodcutting camp. I hate doing that. But it sure does feel like that's the obvious thing I need to do. Mayhap I should do the obvious thing. Alright. Definitely collect mushrooms from here. I might activate and deactivate this for drizzle season, just to make that stretch out as far as possible. Because it's really good. Alright. We definitely want to make this out of berries or bugs. So, keep around 30 pigment, I guess. Definitely want a harpy here, because she makes things here just plain better. Scrolls we can make out of pigment and stuff. Ale we can't really make without any clay, which we don't have. It's fine though. You get in the stamping mill in preparation for all the beavers in the woodcutter camp. We can collect some of this grain here. That's all good. It's all good. Copper veins. 2 or 3 copper veins does not sound nearly worth it enough. So we blow it up. How are you doing here? You have nothing. Oh. 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 Awkward. Boy, I hope that third woodcutter kicks in soon, huh? Because otherwise, I'm in danger. Don't care much about any of these. Druid's Hut could actually be pretty nice. As I mentioned when I took the fiber delivery line, it can be turned into oil and the oil can be burned, which can be very relevant. It's also a good component of water skins if you can hack it, so we'll do that. I'm also going to get out of my chair and stretch. And if you're watching and you haven't gotten out of your chair in the last 2 hours, I would recommend you do the same. Oh, it does some good stretching. Feels good. Some feeling good stretching. Ooh. That felt nice. Alright, the mine will be complete soon. That's something we can throw our beavers into during the storm, so that'll be pretty sweet. We're running low on biscuits, even though we have an apothecary, like, almost fully piped up making them. Interesting. Maybe I need to give it more juice. That'll solve it. Fingers crossed. Still have absolutely no building. Oh, we have some building materials. Okay, we can upgrade this now. Great. Let's do that. Click this button. Cool. That'll actually get us some, like, clay for pottery, which is pretty cool. I hope we're not using that anywhere else. Surely past me knew better than that. Lumber mill? I guess. It's not the best, but it does produce trade goods, which I need for an order. And anything that stretches out my planks more sounds good to me. So we take that. It's not what I was hoping for, but it's what we got. This is upgraded over here. That'll be lovely. Little signpost here being like, hello, did you know the warehouse exists here? And people will be like, yeah, it exists. Well, it's here and we named it, so Isn't that cool? This can be like, hey, this way to the main settlement. And they're like, we have eyes. This is like not that far to see, guys. And you know, I can be like, yeah, but isn't the sign pretty? And they can be like, yeah, I guess so. What's your point? And I'll be like, yes. Anyway, drop a lamp over here. Maybe like a little bush. Beautiful. Soon this hearth will upgrade and we'll have even more production speed. And who doesn't love even more production speed? No one, that's who. Everybody loves it. Gosh, that's not as much flour as I thought we'd have. Huh.
Yeah.
Guess we need to make sure 2 people are on that at all times. Could also pipe it up. Pipe it up. Pipe it up. Huh. I just do and say very normal things. If we have any containers whatsoever, I'm pretty happy to turn it into ale. And I still want to make those things, though we actually have enough to send this off to the Citadel, which I'm pretty sure is something I'm just gonna do.
Yeah.
Maybe I send the other one, though. Yeah, the stuff in here isn't, like, as rare or relevant, so maybe that first. Could also send that out, so I may as well. Could definitely use the reputation points, that's for sure. Anyway, I think oil and flour in here is fine. We make planks here as well. It's good. Probably. Love it if the druid hut existed. Yeah, we definitely don't want to turn wheat into it. We're gonna use that for ale. Meat, maybe if we run out, maybe. Storm is making me a little nervous. Not gonna lie. We're shockingly good on resolve, which I didn't expect even remotely. I guess it's because we're getting a little bit of leisure done. Suppose so. I should pipe up the scribe too. They are going to have a lot of work to do now that scrolls are a thing. There goes that wheat. There goes all the wheat I have uncovered on the map, in fact. Eight out of 20. 12, 16. I don't know if they have to be within the range of the hearth. So I'm going to put one outside the range of the hearth as a test. Isn't that cool? This is all good. Probably only need the one person making fabric and bricks. You're going to make the trade goods. That'll get us the advanced trading done. Do need to find 3 ancient tablets. There's 2 in here. Might be something we get. Bringing these guys in would kill me, so let's not for right now. Sounds smart. Oh, we're full up on clearance water, huh? That's surprising. Let's solve that. Glade event completed. We jumped up a hostility level, which we're shockingly fine with. That's rare. Okay. Pretty happy with that, actually. Maybe I can bring these guys in. One's 5, one's 6. I'm kind of ambivalent on this. So I'll drag these guys in. Alright, you can go back there. How many beavers do we have? We have 11. We need 9 on the lumber camps, 1 on the mill, another 1 on the stamping mill. Sure. Sure. Good enough. Cool. Out of stone again, are you? My god. I do miss not having +1 to stone production. That's for sure. Drop 1 there. We need another harpy house as well. Humans need 1 more house. Good enough. Alright. Beavers, back to woodcutting with you. And we get nothing. These suck. We're not producing any grain. Certainly not anymore. Don't need more people. Not planning on opening many more glades. Let's look for something better. Alright. Hidden reward solves archaeology. Small press also gets me free oil, which is very nice, but solves archaeology is probably stronger. Those are good too. Pick those up. Good. Now we just need to pop 1 glade somewhere. Here? Barlef is around. This is a very good time to pop another dangerous glade and try to get something out of it. Alright, we have found a hidden trader ceremony, which sucks. Costs a lot of amber and a lot of provisions. Ooh, we can burn it down for survivor bonding and entire just the tablets, which is amazing. But unfortunately, it's probably smarter to report it. I hate it, but it's better. Though I hate it. It is better. So how much do we need then? 17 money to hit 30? Yep, sure do. Alright, how much does that set me back? Quite a bit of leather. That's probably fine. Alright. We sacrificed much. Let's turn it in for a rep. We also found the haunted market, which is interesting. We have enough incense to cleanse it, so why not just do that? I like it. There's another excellent mining location here too. We might just dig into there. Also, archaeologist done. Kaboom. Sweet. Got me a bunch of tools which I can't currently use, but it's nice that we have it. Greenhouse is returned. We're still completely bereft of fertile ground except for the one. It would give me a lot of peace of mind if I took it, that's for sure. Temple's pretty good. I do need to fulfill religion. And the more we sack, the better the temple gets. Water skins for the supplier would be very easy to get right now. I could also just drop a greenhouse down like right here. We're very rarely going to get this fully done anyway, so why not? Is the rationale. Why not indeed? It's unnecessary, is the why not. I mean, look how many mushrooms we have. We have 400. And we've only just barely gotten through half of our glow cap thing. Surely the game will be over by the time we have gotten through all this. Surely. Let's grab the temple then. We need it for an order, and that tends to be enough justification to get anything. Cool. I made a decision. Unlikely as it seemed. I can definitely sell some plant fibers for money. But I can't because I need to make sure that all of these provision packs are allocated. Let me guess, you're carrying 10 provision packs? No, you're carrying all 15, actually. Is how many you're carrying. How are you carrying this much? Did I get a scouts pack and I forgot about it? I did. I got a scouts pack and I completely forgot about it. I even bought it just now. That's how much I forgot about it. That's impressive, in a way. Haunted Market is getting cleansed. This will be pretty nice. If just for the hauling carts. Need wine to really make it pop, but like... I don't need it to really pop. I don't think. I guess we're looking at Third Hearth territory this game. That's not my favorite thing to consider. but I'm sure going to have to consider it now. So let's clear that out in anticipation of it. And then fast forward, because we can't do much but wait around for stuff to get done. Good, good. Good, good, good. The Holly Market is now complete. This is like worth putting 2 people in already, just for the carrying capacity. Because now everybody carries around 20 items, which is ridiculous. I love it. I love it when it's ridiculous. Also get somebody on the cache, but I'm probably going to wait for the Trader Cemetery to be done before I dip into that. Because I need stuff built. And it wouldn't be prudent to just have people distracted for the rest of the time. There we go. Got a whole pointer reputation. We'll send this off to the Citadel. The pipes might be nice, but we've got infinity copper, so I'm pretty happy just saying whatever. Well, these are sure blueprints. Clay pit? I did say I could give up 4 of these farm plots. And this would give us infinity pottery. We have a stamping mill. That does sound good when I say it out loud like that. What do you know? So yeah, I guess we're just gonna put a clay pit down here. You know, obviously once the berries are harvested, we're not gonna give it up. That's crazy talk. Packs of trade goods are finally done. We click that button. We say, thank you, sir. May I have another? Pretty easily make a lot of pigment, too. Like, weirdly, maybe I actually just keep making trade goods and sell them. Because that's a lot of money, and money can buy a lot of solutions to a lot of problems. It sure can, Joe. My name's not Joe. Too bad. I wasn't talking to you then. What do you mean? You're talking to everybody on stream. That's the whole point of the stream, is to talk to everybody. Yeah. It's not even an answer. What are you talking about? You're just saying yeah, like you won. God, you're weird. Yeah, well, I may be weird, but... Counter argument. interesting in many ways. I don't want any of these. Tool shop would be nice, don't get me wrong. Way more efficient tools would be great, but I don't feel like we need to be that efficient with making tools. We're not like hurting for wood and copper. Distillery, all we'd really get out of it is porridge. Barrels we don't care that much about either. Maybe I just save money to reroll that, and that's what I do. But yeah, as you'll notice, we're not making full use of these anyway, so I'm pretty happy to just drop a clay pit there. And then we'll get infinity clay out of it, which will mean infinity pottery, which means we have barrels forever. That'll be lovely. Also, that's a lot of hostility. That's mildly concerning. You guys get back in the mine. I mean, we have enough where I could run 2 mines during the storm, and it would not be crazy. Oh, that was not when I wanted that glade event to be completed, actually. Oh, that's a little frightening. Oh boy. I don't know what to do about that, apart from sack goods, which I guess is gonna be what I do. We have at least enough wood now that we've dedicated ourselves to a 3rd woodcutter. So I guess we do that until we get a little bit of impatience tick, which is gonna take a while, actually. I guess my new plan is to cross my fingers and hope we just are fine. Good plan. I'm sure everybody's very happy that the Viceroy has such an unshakable, foolproof plan in mind. Good job, Viceroy. We're all very impressed with how you lead. No one could possibly lead us better than you, and I'm not just saying that because I'm legally required to. Well, that's good. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Appreciate that out of ya. You're so nice. We're shockingly okay. I mean, we're very expectedly okay. The Harpies have a single resolve point to spare. And while that's not much, it is enough. Man, I wish I could favor people, but I can't because of the Holy Flame thing. No favoritism, we're all equal under the watchful gaze of the Holy Flame. Hallowed be its name, may it burn forever brightly. Queen's the best. She's definitely not a tyrant. I never said anything of the sort. Anyway, I'm glad we got all that settled. Ooh, I need harpies in the Druid's Hut in a big way. Where can I pull some harpies from? Alternately, I could just bring some in. 6 and 6. Yeah, I might just bring these dudes in. It's not the dumbest idea I've ever had. They can finally get some coats going, which will be very, very helpful. Stamping mill, yeah, everybody's everyone's good there. That's how it's gonna get out of my brain, apparently. Ah, yes, and the harpies are upset because now not everybody's saturated with services. Yes. That makes perfect sense now that I gave it more than a second of thought. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Well then. Guess we'll be sacking some coal now, won't we? You're still upset? What? That was surprising. Oh, I should have turned on the juice in the apothecary. What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I could have prevented that. Instead I didn't. I just did a dumb. Uh, that's all beavers in the woodcutter camps, right? Nope. Good. Minus 50 hostility is real sweet. Pretty happy to see that. This is a very good price for this, but I might need it right now for Vlees. Hello, Vlees. How you doing? Less fuel consumption in the hearth, you say. That seems really nice. So does advanced smithing, though. I think the fuel consumption is actually the bigger concern I have when it comes down to it. Sell these. Oh god, I don't have any provision packs. Because, I mean, I stopped making them. I'm not sure what I expect when I stop making something. And then I'm like, oh, why don't I have any of this thing? What's the deal with the provision packs now that I stopped making them, Jerry? Don't ask. The impression doesn't make sense. Don't try to make it make sense in your head. Just accept it. Just let it wash over you. This is just a place where things don't always get to make sense. And we're okay with that here. Probably. Probably up the limit of jerky now that we have more harpies. 50? 50 seems fine. Cool. Could sell the tablet. It's not actually useful for anything right now. It's fine. How good would the plus tool production be? It's 50% better. That's not nothing. There's a reason this is purple. Alright. I'll trade you my packs of money for that. Thank you, sir. Alright. Well, we are cruising pretty well towards a win. It's just a little bit slow. I should put someone else here. We're desperate for building materials. I also might need another apothecary, because we're not keeping up with biscuit production. We're only barely keeping up with pie production, too. But I need pipes to solve that, and they're queued up. They just haven't gotten around to making them yet. So maybe that'll get solved at some point. Wouldn't that be lovely? Probably only need one person on the blight post. We're not going too hard into, well, I mean, never mind. We're going pretty hard into Rain Punk. That's a fair bit of water. But I think we only need 2 people on the blight post when we hit, like, year 9, anything that's divisible by 3, when the blight storm hits and decides that we get way more dumped on our heads. I need more human homes for Hapa humans. So we'll just put one there. Call that great. Another reputation point. Lovely. Hey, my provision packs have been turned in. Let's sell a ton of them. And be happy about it. We could sell our eggs too. We're not actually eating them. If we're eating anything, it's our infinity bugs and berries, so yeah. This looks good. More reputation. Man, those are some happy beavers. Happy to see that. Very good chance we just win through resolve now. Because the beavers are just ecstatic with life right now. Because they have wine and education and leisure. And they're just like, this place is awesome. Like, we can go out to the market, pick up some wine, we can go to the forum, get some learnings, and some beer. Beer goes great with learnings. I think everybody is well aware that if you're absolutely sandblasted drunk, you just learn better. It's a fact. It's a way the world works. Anyway. Easy-ish. Monastery of the Holy Flame, done. Discover 250 glades, cool. We made progress. We lost a few people, but it wasn't to death. It was to them running back to the Citadel because they were scared little babies. Don't trust their viceroy. Anyway. I can, like, okay. We need 45 seal fragments for this. 33 years left for the next blight storm. Like, I've got 2 modifiers I'm gonna do soon as well, so like I don't particularly need to focus on getting more seal fragments. Let's just go to supply package. Alright, I did 2 of them. At once, right. That's why I'm getting 2. Yes. Yes. Good point, me. Very good point. Thanks, me. I really appreciate you giving me that kind of encouragement. Anyway, we'll turn in those deeds and we'll get an upgrade. And it's going to be farm range because it's just so incredibly convenient. And that is all it is. It's just, I can be lazy. It's really convenient. The end. We're done. Thank you for playing. And yeah, like it's mostly just food stockpiles I need for the rest of everything. Like, I could do the math and look like, okay, well, do I actually have enough machinery for literally everything? Because that's like 120, and then plus another 60, 180, plus another 30, that's 210, another 30, 200. Yeah, I actually do have enough. Yeah, I actually do have enough for everything. So any other machine parts and artifacts we get are just gravy or fodder for the blasphemous altar. But hey, check that out! First Dawn headquarters is now fully upgraded. Ah, that feels pretty good. The whole thing feels pretty good. That was a good game. Enjoyed it. Let's go talk to Lori. Look who it is. Yep, it me. Nothing new to talk about, cause I haven't popped any new seals, but boy, next time I get a new seal, we'll be doing that. Heck yeah. But that is for next time. Probably tomorrow, in fact, because I usually do Against the Storm on Sunday, and it's fun. It's Against the Storm Sunday, Storm Sunday. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and raid Garnet Glass. She is pretty cool. She's playing Pal World. Oh no. Another one has to suffer in the Pal mines. It's a shame. It's a great game. Well, it's okay. Pal World's not a great game, but it's a fun game. And it has the potential to be great, depending on how it goes through early access. I don't know how many hopes I have for it, but there could definitely be something there. But that's a discussion for another time. I'm gonna send you off to Garnet Glass. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, evening, or whatever it is. Peace!